The Senate will come to order, and this morning, Senator Sonnenberg is going to share the Pledge of Allegiance with us and our newly revised and improved flag holders.
Thank you, Mr. President. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Majors, would you please call the roll?
Senators Aguilar, Balmer, Baumgardner, Carroll, Cook, Crowder, Donovan, Garcia, Grantham, Guzman, Heath, Hill, Hodge, Holbert, John, Johnston, Jones, Kafalas, Kerr, Lambert, Lundberg, Marble, Martinez-Umenick, Merrifield, Neville, Newell, Roberts, Scheffel, Scott, Sonnenberg, Stedman, Todd, Ulibarri, Woods. Mr. President.
Here. The morning roll call is 35 present, 0 absent, 0 excused. We have a quorum. Senator Garcia for the approval of the journal.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the reading of the journal for January 9th be dispensed with and that the journal be approved as by the Secretary.
You have heard the motion. Is there any objection? Seeing none, the journal is adopted. Senate Services.
January 12, 2015, correctly wrote Senate Joint Resolutions 1, 2, and 3, Senate Resolutions 1 and 2.
Introduction of bills.
Senate Bill 54 by Senator Donovan and Representative Moreno concerning providing a fifth day of free or reduced cost lunches to students who participate in the federal school lunch program and who are enrolled in a 4-day week school.
Senate Bill 54, State Veterans and Military Affairs.
Senate Bill 55 by Senator Hodge concerning state engineer administration of tailwater ditches.
Agricultural, Natural Resources, and Energy.
Senate Bill 56 by Senator Kerr and Representative Kraftharp concerning reducing the frequency of administering the statewide assessment of social studies.
Education.
Senate Bill 57 by Senator Balmer and Representative Williams concerning the reporting requirements of the Colorado Clean Claims Task Force.
Business, Labor, and Technology.
Senate Bill 58 by Senator Guzman and Representative Kagan concerning statewide policies and procedures for law enforcement agencies that conduct eyewitness identifications.
Judiciary.
Senate Bill 59 by Senator Newell concerning the use of unmanned aerial vehicles in limited circumstances.
Judiciary.
Senate Bill 60 by Senator Holbert and Representative Everett concerning the prevention of multiple voter registrations by the same elector.
State Veterans and Military Affairs.
Senate Bill 61 by Senator Holbert concerning the non-applicability of disclosure requirements under Colorado law governing campaign finance in case of certain issue committees that raise relatively small amounts of money.
State Veterans and Military Affairs.
Senate Bill 62 by Senator Kerr and Representative Pedersen concerning extending the restriction on tuition increases at institutions of higher education.
Education.
Senate Bill 63 by Senator Donovan concerning an expansion of the Win for Schools grant program.
Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Energy. The following change in bill sponsorship will occur. Senator Marble will be removed as joint prime sponsor with Senator Kafalas and Representative Pedersen on Senate Bill 12. Announcements. Senator Newell. Don't run, don't run.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to remind everybody today is the first meeting of Children's Caucus. We will be meeting at 12 in Committee Room 356. If you have not RSVP'd for a lunch, I will see if I can still get you in, so please let me know ASAP. And we are addressing the use of psychotropic medications and ensuring the proper mental health treatment for kids in care in Colorado. Thank you.
Further announcements? Senator Baumgartner.
Thank you, Mr. President. And again, let's not forget that the National Western Stock Show Junior Livestock Auction's coming. We're still taking money for that. We will continue to ask you daily for that. So please see Senator Sonnenberg, myself, or
Senator Donovan.
Or myself on our side. Remember that 10% of everything that we do raise and put towards the Junior Livestock Auction goes also to help the overall National Western Scholarship Fund, which supports kids pursuing their agribusiness degrees. So it's a good cause all the way around. Thank you.
Senator Sonnenberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, on your desk is a Capital Commission letter from me. For those of you that are unaware, we have a Bible study every Tuesday morning. It starts at 7:15. It's usually down in House Committee Room 109. Because of the choirs that will be here tomorrow and they needed those rooms, tomorrow's Bible study will be up on the third floor in a committee room up there. So tomorrow's Bible study at 7:15 is upstairs rather than in the House committee rooms. Thank you.
Senator Neville.
Thank you, Mr. President. Many of you know that we had a situation that happened not too long ago with an accident that happened in Jefferson County. Sergeant Renfro was actually killed in an accident, and I wanted to read a quick statement here that was put out.
Could we have your attention for this important memorial announcement, and perhaps you could join us and stand?
Thank you, Mr. President. Today, Jefferson County Sheriff Sergeant Sean Renfro is being remembered in a service in Arvada by his family, comrades, and community. On January 3rd, 2015, Sergeant Sean Renfro was off duty when he stopped to assist the Colorado State Patrol during an accident investigation. The single-car accident occurred on Highway 285 near Doubleheader Ranch Road, where the car slid off the road, ran into the side of the mountain. There was heavy snow at the time, and the road conditions were hazardous. Sergeant Renfro and his friend Samuel Yesurenton pulled over to assist. The three occupants of the damaged car were a couple and their one-year-old baby. Sergeant Renfro placed them into their truck to stay warm while CSP conducted the investigation. Shortly thereafter, a car traveling the opposite direction on Highway 285 lost control, crossed the median, and hit Sergeant Renfro and Mr. Yentroman, who were standing outside of the truck. Sergeant Renfro was pronounced dead at the scene, and Mr. Yentroman was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. Sergeant Renfro was survived by his wife, Crystal, and 4 children, 19-year-old Alexander, 19-year-old Igor, 15-year-old Natty, and 12-year-old Dennis. He was a 15-year veteran of the Sheriff's Office in Jefferson County that served in both the detention and patrol division and was currently assigned to the Mountain Precinct, where he supervised a team of patrol deputies. He was awarded the Medal for Life-Saving twice. He also received numerous other citations from the Sheriff's Office in his community. Sergeant Renfro was a well-liked and respected member of the Sheriff's Office and will be greatly missed by all in the community. I think it's extremely important that we understand that the sacrifice that our law enforcement people, we've had a lot of conversation over the last few months regarding law enforcement, but people like Sergeant Renfro that are out there putting their lives on the line every day, even when they're not in uniform or when they may be out, this is something that we all have to be thankful for, and please keep Sergeant Renfro's family in your prayers today. Thank you.
Members, I think we will observe a moment of silence and ring the Senate chimes in honor of Sergeant Renfro. Please keep him and his family in your prayers. Please join me. Thank you. Senator Scott.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of State Affairs, today we have a brief hearing at 1:30 JBC briefing over at LSBA. It will be brief, so please be there promptly at 1:30. Thank you.
Senator Lambert.
And for the same committee, please remember to bring your yellow books because we will be briefing out of this book. Okay, if you're on State Affairs Committee, bring this book at 1:30. And just announcements for my colleagues, Senator Grantham and Senator Stedman. Today is a milestone. JBC has been working for 2 months. So we are 1/3 of the way through our session now. So thank you very much.
Majority Leader Scheffel.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, just a couple of reminders. Those of you that were displaced in your parking will notice that final preparations are being made for Governor Hickenlooper's inauguration, which will be held tomorrow. Our goal is to finish the floor work early on Tuesday, and upon adjournment, members are free to go, but those wishing to be seated in an area, there will be an area designated for the inauguration for the General Assembly members. If you want to be seated there, you need to assemble in the Senate chamber here at 10 a.m. Assemble here at 10 a.m. tomorrow if you want to attend the inauguration. At the appropriate time, the sergeants will escort us down to the West Foyer on the first floor for the inaugural processional. As you exit the building, an announcer will call your name over the loudspeaker set up outside. The reserved legislative seating area will be closed off after 10:45 a.m., after which time any members arriving late will need to find seating in the general public area. If you haven't looked at the weather for tomorrow, you should. I encourage you to dress warmly. It will be held outside, and we are expecting potentially blizzard conditions. Should be fun. No other announcements. Move the Senate adjourn to 9 a.m. Tuesday, January 13th.
You have heard the motion. Without objection, the Senate will adjourn until 9 a.m. Tuesday, January 13th.